heading to Peru. So we're on this Airbus A320 Neo, and you know, the flight was pretty expensive from Cancun to Lima, but they don't give you any free anything, so you got to buy coffee, buy whatever you want. But this is what $10 US got me, just $10 US. So that's about what, $1 million Canadian. You know, just, no, about, I don't know, 13, 14 bucks Canadian. I got a coffee, and there's no cream. I got a cup of noodle and a bag of Doritos. That right there was 10 American dollars. Lindsay got one of these things, but 10 US dollars. So, I think the next time we take a flight, we're gonna squirrel food on board. That's ridiculous. 10 US bucks. Crazy, crazy. All right, we arrived in Lima. We've got 6.5 hour layover, or 8 hour layover. So yeah, it's about 5 hours to our flight. We're gonna try to check the bags so we don't have to haul them around. But I am bagged. I'm bagged. Tired.
That's a little cold.
Yes, and we got to Lima, and you notice, look at, we're wearing long sleeves, sweaters, jeans. I think it's 17 degrees, and I find that wild because we're so close to the equator and it's like 17 degrees. So yes, we're gonna flush the toilets and see if they go backwards. We'll let you know. We'll videotape it. Yeah. Anyways, we're in Lima. It seems really nice. The airport's nice, clean. We haven't smelt any smells yet, so. Anyways, I'm tired. We'll see you later. Well, we've arrived in Cusco.
Primera vez viene a Cusco. First time?
See. Lindsay's counting her souls.
I got a 10 right here.
All right. So we'll let you know taxi information in a bit because we don't know. We've been up for over 24 hours. So haven't even researched online. But yeah, we'll let you know how that goes in prices. But yeah, Cusco, coming in on the airplane, wow, there was some really steep banks coming in the valleys. It was pretty fun. Here we are, this is Cusco. Alright, we're gonna get to the hotel, plant ourselves there and get some sleep, and then we'll do some adventuring. Alright, so we're strolling around here in Cusco, and we've come to the Plaza de Mer de Cusco. Big plaza. It's pretty nice. And that over there is the Cathedral de Cusco. Yeah, lots of people. Lots of people. Yeah. We'll wander around here. Completely different than any other place. I was saying to Lindsay, yeah, completely different. I mean, if you look way in the background there, up on the hill, see the houses? Yeah. Interesting. But we were up, I think, 6 in the morning. And so we headed out to a place where we thought we could get tickets, but that was a lie. So now that we're down here, we decided to stroll around a little bit, get some video for everybody. Yeah. I wonder if the church bells still go off and stuff. There's a lot of people here. I think it's like 9:30 in the morning. So because it's so hilly, a lot of the houses and stuff are built up the mountains. And if you look at this, look at that. That is really neat up there. It's like a church way up there. You can see a cross on the top of that one. Yeah, look how everything's built up on the hills. All right, moving along. Like I said, this is just the plaza. Yeah, really neat. So there's a door here. We're gonna try to go in. I'm gonna shut the camera off going in because every time we try to film going in, they shut me down. So we'll turn this off. Okay, so we're in the Inca Museum. 20 sols to get in per person. We're just kind of looking for things to do. No photo?
No foto ni filmaciones.
All right, so we went into the museum. There was some pretty cool stuff in there. There was mummies and all sorts of stuff, but guess what? No photo. So after we paid, we started going in. I started filming right away. Security was on to us, and they say no filming, no videos. So, you know, we already paid. And you've seen before in videos when they say, oh yeah, you can't film. We just don't pay, don't go. So, but I want you to see these streets outside the museum. Look at these little streets. Yeah, just heading down this narrow little pathway. We're beside some sort of convent. A lot of tourists out front, so we just took this little path to the side of it. And there's some of the wall things you can see. Yeah, interesting little alley. Look at this street. So we're heading up into the hills. We're gonna try to find the Cusco wall. Apparently it's about 10 minutes up here. Yeah. So, a little hard to breathe. Getting there. Having to walk slow. So, Lindsay looked last night real quick, and Cusco's over 11,000 feet above sea level. So yeah, oxygen's a little thin. Oh, yeah. Here's the street. Anyways, we'll see you at the top. All right, we haven't made it to the top. It's literally just up there. But you got to see this view. It's probably better up there. But look at all the houses built. Look over there. That's wild. I might zoom it in when I do the edit. Pretty cool. And there's actually snow on a mountain way over there. Yeah, pretty crazy. All right, couple more minutes, we should be to the where we start to go up the other part of the hill. But we're dying. No oxygen. Anyways, we'll see you at the top. Look at that view. We just stopped in this little cafe. We need to have a break. Maybe get some caffeine in us. So yeah, look at that. That's just an amazing view. And the shields over there. Anyways, there's Lindsay.
Hola.
We probably stopped, I don't know, 4 or 5 times just to catch our breath. But yeah, we're gonna sit here, have a coffee, and then right here is where we go in, like literally a couple minutes. There's a couple stairs, that's it. So yeah, hopefully. A tour guide did hit us up, but he was being nice. But we just don't want tour guides because it's too much money and then you're on someone else's time. We just prefer to do it alone. But yeah, stop for coffee and come out in the balcony, and thought you might want to see that view. So we just can't get away from people bugging us. So Ricardo was very nice, but then he's just bugging us. And then we got this other guy who just keeps bugging us.
His name's Amerigo.
So we made it close to the top. And I'm telling you, it's not very far. It's not that steep. The lack of oxygen is a killer. It's a killer. Lindsay's dying too. I said it's not steep or anything. You're not sweating. But listen, there's not enough oxygen. So yeah, anyways, look at some of these walls. You can see those walls. We haven't even made it to the ticket booth yet. And Lindsay says, hey, we can see these for free. But yeah, there's the walls. And I can see a gap right there where you could definitely fit a card in. But that is pretty neat how they've carved those out. So we're gonna go up a little further and see if we don't die of oxygen deprivation. Like I'm telling you, it's not far. You know, just where you see those houses is where we started. And we've taken probably five breaks. It's just, you go about 50 feet and that's it. You got to sit down, get your breath back. But yeah, low oxygen. Anyways, let's carry on. And there's more of the rocks up there. I don't know, someone behind me is getting yelled at. You can see those etchings in the back. Yeah, look at those rocks. Looks pretty neat. So I don't know, but behind me someone's getting yelled at. And just more view of the walls. All up in there, it's all walled terraces. Really neat. Anyways, we climbed, I don't know, maybe another 50 feet. Trying to get oxygen. But yeah, this is to the Cristo Blanco, the white Jesus statue. And apparently this is free. It's not part of the archaeological zone. So we'll go up and check this out first.
No sale. O nuestro hot. Y yo busqué por la plaza principal y busqué si el hotel trasero de la ciudad. Vengan por acá, vengan por acá.
Crazy, eh? Just an amazing view up here, though. If you look down there, that's the central plaza, the Grand Plaza. And you can see the churches. Yeah, crazy view.
Acá está la catedral, la compañía de Jesús. El templo más abajo es el templo de la Merced. Más allá está la
Anyway, up in here, there's the Christ statue. Yeah, we'll get up there and get a closer view. My GoPro battery, I think, is shot. It keeps shutting down on me. So we bought another one, but it's generic. So they had 3 batteries, and I said, well, let me try the batteries out. 2 of them didn't work. they wouldn't charge. So the third one started charging, so I bought that one. And it was expensive. It was expensive for it. But let's see here. There's going to be a glare. There's that. And these are the 3 crosses we saw from way down at our hotel. We got a llama here. And its owner is sleeping. Look at this. I don't want to get close because the lady's sleeping right there. But a little alpaca. Crazy. But my camera cut out there. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'll put a little, there'll be a little blip there. Yeah, there's some big festival going on down there. There's the crosses we could see from our hotel. Anyways, I think we're going to wrap this little journey up. I'm not sure how long the video is going to be. Just we thought we'd take a walk up here, and I'll tell you, it was a killer. It was a killer. My advice would be to try to get a taxi for about 10 sol to take you up to the top and walk your way back down. But walking was a little bit of a killer. But we made it. There's Lindsay. She made it.
I made it.
It was rough walking up, and your legs are asking for more oxygen and they're burning, but you can't get enough oxygen. So, but yes, here we are. We made it to the top, and yeah, there it is. And there's just the statue from another view. But yeah, it overlooks the city below. Getting crazy. There's no vendors in the archaeological zone, but as you can see, this isn't the archaeological zone, so there's vendors. But interesting stuff, though. That's some interesting stuff. Little trinkets and baubles. I wonder what that game is. It looks like Trouble or Sorry. But yes, your trinkets and baubles. All right, that's it for sure. We're heading down. If anything interesting happens, we'll let you know. If Lindsay passes out from lack of oxygen. Okay, so we're in Cusco right now, and we actually booked a hotel. It's called Torre Dorada. Now, we originally booked for, I think it was 3 or 4 days, and normally that's what we do when we arrive because we're not quite sure what the place is like. But I'm going to say highly recommend. After we came back from Agua Caliente up at Machu Picchu, we actually rebooked for the rest of our stay here. There's no sense moving. There it is right there. And you know, it's not super cheap, but not expensive. It was $50 Canadian, just under 50 Canadian, and you get a breakfast, and the breakfast is really good. They cook eggs, and then there's a pretty good spread. But yeah, a nice park across here. Now this is outside of the tourist area. The tourist area is probably a half an hour walk, about a 10-minute cab drive. And the cab from downtown to here was 10 sols. So, you know, it's pretty cheap. That's like $4 Canadian to go back and forth. So, and yeah, very quiet here. When you're down at the central plaza area, lots of tourists, very noisy and very expensive. The one drawback to here is there's no real restaurants around. You're gonna walk about 15 minutes to a restaurant, and there is a couple stores. There's one just over here. They also do laundry, and we had express laundry done, and it actually 4 kilos cost us 15 Canadian. A little pricey, but it was express. They did it right away for us. Also up there where you see that yellow umbrella, that's a little store run by a local lady. We've gone there and bought a couple things, but mainly we've been going back to that store. And they don't really speak English, but you know, you get the job done. Just use the translator, know what you're gonna say, and yeah, you know, it gets the job done. But yeah, here's Torre Dorada. It's a very nice place, and there's a couple gentlemen that work the front door, the check-in, and a couple of them speak really good English, and we've kind of befriended one of the guys here. Here he is. Oh, there he is. This
Hello
is
there, Rodrigo. Welcome to Peru.
Thank you. So yes, Rodrigo is one of the gentlemen that works the front desk, and he does speak pretty good English, and there's another gentleman that speaks English. So we would highly recommend Torre Dorada for a stay. Like I said, we did 3 or 4 nights, and we ended up spending the whole 9 days here. So thank you, Rodrigo.
You're welcome. Appreciate you all that.
So here's the front lobby. They also have popcorn and tea for free. But we'll take you up to our room. I said it's very, very nice place. A little bit dark, but this is the first floor. So they have little sitting areas. But we're on the 2nd floor, so we'll go on up. So on the 2nd floor is also the breakfast area, and that's right down there. And I'll show you that a bit later when it's set up. But every area has its own little lobby. There's water and tea. The maid's just cleaning up now. But yeah, here's our room. We've been here, like I said, about 8 days. So yeah, I'm doing some computer work. But yeah, it's small but very nice. So they just cleaned it. So yeah, with our window. Beds are very comfortable. Now, what I will say, if you notice down there, we have an electric heater, and I'm out of breath. We're, you know what, 11, 12,000 feet here, so walking up the stairs. But they don't have internal heating in a lot of the buildings here, so they provide an electric heater. So if you do stay at Torre Dorada, just ask for a heater if it's cold at night. But yeah, TV. And here's the bathroom, and it's very clean here. So yeah, toilet. And the shower works really well. Hot water starts in a minute. You just turn it on. There's lots of hot water. We haven't ran out of hot water, and good water pressure. So if I were, were you, I would highly recommend this place. Highly recommend. And I'll just take you down. The breakfast area, I think it's 7 to 9 or 10. It's not set up right now. Right, and here's the breakfast, hot water and coffee. Got some marmalades, butter, tea, cereal. This is for your bread. Got some oatmeal up there. Your bread and your bread maker. I think that's lemon bread. Sometimes they have some other types of loaves out here. Your juices. And apples and bananas and oranges are there. I'm not sure where the bananas are. Yeah, we just came out pretty early, so. How they got it all set up. And the lady, she'll make us scrambled eggs also. So yeah, there you go. Not bad. And here we are up on the 3rd floor. It's like a little patio. You can come up here and sit. I even got a television there. And you see, it's a pretty nice place. It's got a roof, some plexiglass. Yeah. It's a little relaxation room. Yeah, this is up on the top floor of the Hotel Torre Dorada. But yeah, I would recommend, as I said earlier, it is kind of away from the tourist area, and I'm winded just climbing up 3 flights. But yeah, there's really no restaurants in the area, but it's quiet, it's peaceful. You can take a cab for 10 sols, which, just about $4 Canadian. So, but yeah, I would recommend it, and the staff is really good too. So, all right, so we're back at the Cusco airport. Our flight leaves in about 2 or 3 hours or so. But yeah, there's the airport. So I want to do a little update on taxis. So if you recall, when we first got here, we took a taxi. We actually called the guy over. It was an official taxi too, and asked him how much. Now he come out and said 40 sols. I tried to barter and offered him half of that. He said no. And I said, okay, well, 30 sols. And you already know you're getting ripped off. So he wouldn't budge. So what he basically told us is, I know everybody charges the same. It doesn't matter. It's 40 sols. That's a lie. So we've done this in other videos. Getting from the airport to wherever you're going, your hotel or whatever, they rip you off all the time. Every airport we've been to. Just to let you know that there seems to be a fixed price here in Cusco. every taxi we took was 10 sols. And coming from our hotel to the airport was 10 sols. So there you go, you have it. That when you arrive at the airport in Cusco, they're going to try to rip you off, and they're going to charge you above. I can see there may be some sort of service charge to say, you know, maybe 20 sols, because, you know, but there you have it. I'm going to turn around here. So now you know the taxis are 10 sols. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, we ended up paying 40 sols to the guy to get out of the airport. And yeah, so nothing's changed from Southeast Asia, whether it be Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Mexico, now Peru. The taxis from the airports are going to rip you off. And if you do watch the video and you come to Cusco, you know that the taxis are 10 sols pretty much. I'm not sure, it was probably about a 15-minute drive. I'm not sure if you go from one side of Cusco to the other, if it's going to be that price, but there you go, 10 sols. Taxis.